a thobela le kae hey tšatši la mamotla ke tšatši le le na le di mixed emotions ne e re ke leboge ke note bagolo ba ba leng gona mo ke bone MEC ke bone obrazizi nice me Owens ke bone Bobradon the veterans let me acknowledge all of you here ke bone Majita Antokolo Khaso ko SABC and I want to give them a special thanks for having made sure that Brajo ends up where he started his journey. And having said that, I was sitting here, I mean, the yellow dark, what is it if I were to be asked to speak Brajo? But I'll talk about two things. One, it's what he did for me, and the second one would be a tribute that I penned, and thanks to have been a scholar, Samajita Ashap, Obradon Matera, memory is a lesson. Memory, rather, it's a weapon. That's what Bradon's, one of his poems says. I met Brajo in 1977. I was just a fledgling during the riots, no place to go, nothing to do. My mom was like, you gotta get into something. I loved stones and I loved the smell and the taste of tear gas. But my mom was such a pest. There was the late Brajo Sakati who lived in the same street with us, and he then said, they are starting this, they're recruiting for a show called Mzumba African Ballet. And together, Le Brajo, my mom and Brajo Sakati, the late, they concurred and persuaded me to go kilo join this Mzumba thing. I'll cut the story very short. We went to Gamshu. It was a horse stable, Samakako mid-rent, and I met Brajo, Mafela. There was the late Vuduku Gundani, who was the author of the African Ballet. There was Maxwell Ngubeni, who was the choreographer. There was also Joe Sakatsie, who was the director. And the three of them were very horrible, with the exception of Brajo Mafela, of course. All of them were saying, you guys won't make it. This is a tough world. This is showbiz. You have no chance in hell to be anything. And you can imagine Babu Riding Changani. I couldn't hear anything. Hey, I felt it was tough. And then that was Brajo standing, and he said, he walked across and embracing as he's always been. He said, you guys are going to make it. You guys are talented. You guys are here because you've answered a call. And then I felt that was most assuring, most welcoming. He was like a father. And my journey with him started then. He made a big impression in me. I am the actor that I am today because of what Brajo did for me. I became a student of Brajo. In the show, Brajo was the narrator. And I think I've never come across a narrator honoring the acumen of Brajo, who was as good. I'm yet to meet one. When he closed the show, Brajo was, and when he opened a song, when he danced, he was as graceful as a butterfly, doing his Zulu dance, doing his Mshongolo dance. Any dance that Brajo went into, it was graceful. And because of the political mayhem that was there, the turmoil that was there in my headspace, and the headspace of so many of us, the youth then, in 76, 77, I could not reconcile myself with the idea of standing there and dancing half naked before a group of European tourists. And Brajo took me by his hand and said, this is it. Remember, you came because you have a calling to become this dancer that you are going to be. And he said, you're going to be more than just a dancer. And a few years later, they were leaving for London, and I was angry, Libra Joe, because when they made the selection from the second team, the second company, I was not part of the team. And some people went. I saw some of my peers. Hey, Bra Paul, you remember? Babamba kabile, batswadi ngakeng ba bofile. Hey, how ru touch a motho so are you mtunigela ngwang ba me wena. That was the world, Yakum Zumba, the higher safari range. And of course, I didn't make the trip. And Brajo said one thing to me when I said, Brajo, I'm one of your top dancers. And truly I was. And because I emulated him, I said, all the things I became the narrator that Brajo was. No, I attempted to, but I never was as good as he was. But he was happy with me doing the narration. And he came back and said, you've got it. Just keep working on it. But on this day when I confronted Brajo to say, and he said, you've got a bigger role to play. You are going to remain behind and assemble the second company. You are going to become the director of the second company. When we come back, we want to find this second company issues. And when they came back, it was hot. So I'm talking in a personal space about the significance and the impact that this man had in me. When I got married, Brajo, you know, death is, Brajo extended himself beyond just being a creative and artistic father. He came to my wedding and he started a song. Out of the blue, Brajo would sing. And he started a song. And the entire Mzumba were there dancing. And I'm going, what an honor that a man of this stature can stand up and sing at my wedding for free. And then I started having my demons with family and violence. And Brajo was one of those people. He's one of those people who extended themselves beyond the realms, theater and entertainment. And he came to me, Are, Ndwana, Mfaza treat was so. So I became the ambassadors for life because of the seed that Brajo planted in me. I denounced violence against women and children because Brajo is one of those people who said it cannot be right. It does not make you a man to beat up a woman. That is the Brajo I know. And on that note, in all my life, in my association with Brajo, I have never heard of a story where Brajo raised his voice, let alone his hand, over a woman. I'll be lying. I have never. So today lies a true man. Today lies a man I would in every way, in every inch of him, want to be him. I penned this little thing. I'm not a writer, but I could hear him say, Patrick, if you were going to speak, what is it that you would say? And I know it is expected of me to go into those dark worlds of the industry. I will not, because this is what Brajo said I should say. Let me speak, if I must, let me speak these words. Words spoken by many before me. Words that echoes from far beyond the grave. I hear a number of voices, a number of people, and I conjure faces to those voices. I hear the voice of the great Jimmy Sabe. I hear the voice of Ken Gambu. I hear the voice of Rosalind Murapedi. I hear the voice of Henry Kele, Sibongile Mabongi Sokulu. I can hear the voice of John Machikisa echoing these words. And these words are, it is good and it is nice. For now, they are happy to have Brajo amongst them. I hear these words. These words are also spoken by giants of a theater we call life. The colossal Simon Mabunu Sabela, the enigmatic Ndaba Mhlongo, Nyembezi Kunene, Greg Melvin Smith. They're all saying, Brajo, it is good, it is nice to have you here. I hear the words, the voice of Gibson Kente, the voice of Boyki Mutlamme, all are saying, it is good, Brajo, to have you here. These words were spoken by defiant artists of consciousness. The golden voice of Nathaniel Mdlendle, Brenda Fassi, Lebu Matosa, Fiso Mngani, Mandoza. I hear these words spoken by the Lady of Jazz and Blues, Tandy Klassen. These words are spoken by Our Lady of Song. They are all saying, Brajo, it is good and it is nice. I know the statement comes with conflict, and it conflicts a lot of us, because we know what the industry it is, what industry we are in. But it is good and it is nice. I hear Brajo saying, when he did his narration, the one thing that stuck with me, when he closed that narration, he would stand there after having said everything and he would say, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a great pleasure to have had the pleasure of your pleasure in making our pleasure a pleasurable pleasure. And indeed, Brajo made each and every one's pleasure a pleasurable pleasure. He was a pleasure to watch, he was a pleasure to be with, he was a pleasure to listen to. He was a pleasure in every way. He made our pleasure a pleasurable pleasure, and we shall remember him for that pleasure. Thank you, Brajo. Thank you. Sharp, sharp.